Are you stuck wondering if she likes you or if you're wasting your time? Here are 10 undeniable signs that a woman isn't interested. Decode her signals, stop chasing what's not meant to be, and redirect your energy to someone who genuinely values you. Let's get started. She's constantly distracted. Let's kick things off with one of the most obvious signs: distraction. Imagine you're sitting across from her at dinner, pouring your heart into a story or sharing something meaningful, and she's scrolling through her phone, glancing at the people around the room, or just nodding absent-mindedly. If this happens consistently, it's not a fluke, it's a lack of interest. When a woman is genuinely into you, her attention is locked in. She's engaged in the conversation, asking follow-up questions and making eye contact. Distraction sends a clear message. Her mind is somewhere else because her heart isn't invested. And that's okay. Don't try to force someone to focus on you when their actions are already speaking louder than words. This applies to subtle moments too. Does she seem more interested in the decor of the place than in what you're saying? Or maybe she frequently interrupts you mid-sentence to point out something unrelated. All of this boils down to one painful truth: you're not her priority. Sparse and boring text replies. Now let's talk about texting, the cornerstone of modern communication. If you've ever felt the frustration of waiting hours or even days for a reply, only to receive a dry one-word response like "K" or "Yeah," you already know how demoralizing it can be. Texting is effortless. If someone can't take a few seconds to engage with you, it's a red flag. A woman who likes you will respond with enthusiasm, asking questions and keeping the conversation alive. You'll feel the flow, the curiosity, and the energy. But when her replies are curt and lack substance, it's like hitting a brick wall. And it's not just about speed, it's about effort. Does she ever initiate the conversation? Or is it always you texting first? If you find yourself doing all the chasing while she gives you the bare minimum, it's time to stop and reevaluate. Here's a pro tip: don't overcompensate by sending long messages trying to reignite her interest. If she's not reciprocating, it's time to accept the reality and move on. No terms of endearment. As relationships grow, even in the early stages, a woman who likes you will naturally develop a more affectionate tone. Maybe she starts calling you by a cute nickname or adds a little playfulness to the way she addresses you. It's her subtle way of signaling that you're becoming special to her. But if she sticks to formalities, always using your full name or avoiding any sort of warmth in her language, it's a sign she doesn't see you as more than a casual acquaintance. For instance, if your name is Daniel and she never softens it to Dan or Danny, she's keeping things intentionally distant. This might seem small, but language carries weight. A lack of endearment often mirrors a lack of emotional connection. If she's not making any effort to personalize her interactions with you, it's time to recognize the underlying truth. She only comes to you for emotional support. This one stings because it can feel like you're building a bond when, in reality, you're just a sounding board. If she only calls or texts when she's upset, frustrated, or needs advice, she may see you as her emotional crutch rather than a romantic prospect. Think about it. Does she ever reach out to share happy news or just to check on you? Or is it always about her problems, her bad day, or her frustrations? If the dynamic feels one-sided, it's because it is. You're playing the role of a friend, and while that's not inherently bad, it's not what you're looking for in this situation. Be wary of being the emotional fixer. If she's not making an effort to reciprocate or show interest in your life, it's time to set boundaries. You deserve someone who sees you as more than a safety net. She never initiates plans. Effort is attractive, plain and simple. When a woman is interested, she'll find ways to spend time with you. Whether it's suggesting a date, asking about your availability, or even hinting at places she'd like to visit with you, she'll put in the effort. But if you're always the one initiating and she never takes the lead, it's a clear sign she's not invested. Worse still, if she agrees to plans only to cancel or reschedule repeatedly, it's a sign she's not prioritizing you. Here's a key point to remember. Someone who truly values your time will make an effort to be in it. Don't let anyone string you along with half-hearted maybes and somedays. You deserve someone who's just as eager to spend time with you as you are with them. She avoids physical contact. Physical attraction often manifests through subtle gestures. A woman who likes you might touch your arm while laughing, brush against you accidentally, or find excuses to be closer to you. These small touches are her way of breaking the physical barrier and creating intimacy. But if she avoids physical contact altogether, it's a glaring red flag. For example, if you reach out for a casual touch and she recoils or steps back, she's clearly setting a boundary. Or maybe she keeps a noticeable distance when sitting or standing near you. Attraction is as much about body language as it is about words. If she's creating physical space between you, she's also creating emotional distance. Pay attention to these cues. They're often more telling than verbal communication. You're never included in her life. When a woman is genuinely interested, she'll naturally start involving you in her world. Maybe she invites you to meet her friends, attend a family gathering, or join her for a hobby she loves. These are signs she sees you as someone she wants to integrate into her life. But if she keeps you at arm's length, refusing to introduce you to anyone or share her personal experiences, it's a sign she's not emotionally invested. Of course, timing matters. If you've just met, it's understandable for her to take things slow. But if you've been seeing each other for weeks or months and you're still excluded from her world, it's time to take the hint. Relationships are about connection, and connection involves sharing your life. If she's not opening that door, it's because she doesn't want you to step through it. She flirts with other guys in front of you. Let's be real, this one hurts. If she's openly flirting with other men while you're around, she's sending a crystal clear message. She doesn't see you as her romantic partner. Whether it's exchanging smiles, making eye contact, or even engaging in playful banter, it shows where her interest lies. A woman who values you won't disrespect you in this way. She'll be mindful of your feelings and won't go out of her way to draw attention from others. If she's doing the opposite, she's not just indifferent, she's signaling that she's emotionally detached from you. Don't ignore this sign. It's one of the most direct ways a woman can show that she's not interested in pursuing something deeper with you. Closed-off body language. Body language is a powerful communicator. When someone likes you, their body naturally gravitates toward yours. They lean in, face you directly, and maintain open postures. But if her body language is closed off, crossed arms, leaning away, or placing physical barriers like a purse or menu between you, it's a sign of disinterest. Pay attention to the small details. Are her feet pointed away from you? Does she keep her torso angled in another direction? These unconscious behaviors speak volumes. A woman who's into you will subconsciously want to be closer to you, not create distance. She gives short, curt responses. Finally, let's address one of the most frustrating signs: curt, emotionless responses. When a woman is attracted to you, she'll engage in conversation, even if she's shy or introverted. She'll find ways to keep the dialogue going because she wants to connect. But when her replies are short and disengaged, yes, no, maybe, we'll see, it's her way of shutting down the conversation. It's not a challenge for you to try harder. It's her signal that she's not interested. And don't fall into the trap of thinking she's just playing hard to get. Genuine interest can be subtle, but it's never completely absent. If she's giving you the bare minimum, take the hint and move on.